Welcome to the first ever PR by BT Performance Research by Bandana Training. Today we're talking keto and endurance exercise. Does a ketogenic diet improve endurance exercise independent of weight loss? Let's see what the research says. Quick review and definitions. First, ketogenic diet, very low carb, high fat diet, generally characterized by less than 50 grams of carbs per day. When we dramatically decrease our carb intake, we increase our fat oxidation. A byproduct of fat oxidation is ketone bodies. Once ketones reach 0.5 millimoles per liter in our blood, we're said to be in a state of ketosis. A ketogenic diet induces ketosis. Why do we think this might be beneficial for endurance exercise? What are the proposed mechanisms? First, carb storage in our body is relatively limited. We've got about 400 grams of muscle glycogen, about 100 grams of liver glycogen, and less than 5 grams of blood glucose. By contrast, the energy we have available from fat for endurance exercise is nearly unlimited. We also know that a classic adaptation to endurance training is increased fat metabolism. So what if we take this to its final expression? We turn our bodies into fat-burning machines. Sounds sexy. Unfortunately, the research is a bit more complex. I want to take you to the origin story here. 1983, the first research on a ketogenic diet and endurance exercise. This is Finney and colleagues. They had 5 well-trained cyclists. They put them on 4 weeks of a ketogenic diet, and their conclusion was that exercise capacity did not decline. But if you look at the data, one subject dramatically increased their time to exhaustion. The other 4 subjects, neutral, slight increase, slight decrease. So from the beginning, ketogenic research has been nuanced. Let's jump to the systematic reviews. First one from China, no significant effect of a ketogenic diet on VO2 max, time to exhaustion, heart rate max, or rate of perceived exertion. Next one from the US Army, they looked at 13 endurance performance outcomes. 3 got worse, 10 stayed the same. Final one from Tufts, compared to a high carb diet, there were mixed findings, mixed results. So what are these mixed results about, right? Let's look even deeper into the research. Here's a nice example, McSweeney and colleagues, 2018. I should say this research is from the Ohio State University, so we know that it's suspect. However, 12 weeks ketogenic diet enhanced specific measures of performance relative to endurance. What are these specific measures of performance, you ask? Great question. First one was sprint peak power. It increased by 0.8 watts per kilogram of body weight in the keto group, no change in the high carb group. The other one was critical power, increased by 1.4 watts per kilogram in the keto group, no change in the high carb group. But wait, talking body mass, right? The ketogenic group lost 5.9 kilograms of body mass. The high carb group lost 0.8. So any performance outcome that's standardized by weight will be dramatically influenced by weight loss, right? We just have to be honest brokers about what this research is teaching us. And these are ultimately more about weight loss than they are about any improvements in power output. Burke, 2017, they accounted for this. 3 iso-energetic diets. So same calories across the 3 groups. Weight loss is going to be very similar. Despite significant improvements in VO2 peak, performance benefits in elite endurance athletes were reduced. Wait a second. So their VO2 peak increased, but their performance did not. In other words, they got better in the lab, but on the course, they got worse. What's happening here? We got to look under the hood. We got to look under our hood, cellular metabolism. All right. So I know these kind of charts can be a lot and can be overwhelming. I'm not going to explain it, but I will summarize it. We are able to produce more ATP per unit of oxygen when we're burning carbohydrate. Said another way, we need more oxygen to burn fat. In other words, our VO2 peak has to increase on a ketogenic diet in order for our performance to stay the same. That's wild. That's crazy, right? Let's look at some more research here. Heatherly and colleagues, no significant difference in their 5K time trials. Shaw and colleagues, impaired exercise efficiency, particularly at greater than 70% of VO2 max. Zinn, here's the nail in the coffin, despite performance decrements, athletes wanted to stay on a ketogenic diet because they felt great. So I'm not saying there aren't benefits to a ketogenic diet. I'm just saying endurance performance isn't one of them. Here, time to exhaustion all decreased, peak power all decreased across the board. So in conclusion, what can we say for sure? One, any performance outcome that is standardized by weight will be influenced by weight loss. We have to account for weight loss when we're discussing ketogenic research. Understanding cellular metabolism is awesome. Ultimately, it allows us to be more honest brokers of this research. I should also say that some people seem to do very well on a ketogenic diet. There's always outliers in the data, so there may be some genetic factors at play. If athletes are having success on a ketogenic diet, cool, great, love that. But if we're going to make a general statement about keto, the current body of evidence suggests that it is either detrimental or neutral and does not enhance endurance performance independent of weight loss. Hey, that's one subject down. We got 1,000 to go. Here are my sources. Thanks for getting strong with science. I'll talk to you soon.